Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Crypto Hangama. Today I'm going to talk about NEO, the project NEO Smart Economy. Everybody knows about it. I think we've been watching NEO for a year now. So let's get straight to NEO. Okay, I just want to clarify something that this video is uh, majority mostly my investing purposes. It's my own opinion. It's just for investing purposes for the medium term, and I don't really have much of the technical knowledge or the technical expertise. What I usually do is I look at the product and then I look at how many people are using it and how much community a crypto project has around it, and from there, that's how I take my investing decisions. So 2018 has been rough for everybody, as far as I know, and so we're looking forward for 2019 and then 2020, and there's a there's a good chance that this bear market might be extended, and when I say that, it could even last for 2020. 2020, I would say. Well, I don't want to, make it less hopeful, but 2020, I would say maybe this year or year and a half. So the issue now, the challenge now for retail investors is that it's really hard to clarify where to put their money in, which project, you know, to track or which project they can rely on. I mean, not rely on, I shouldn't say that. But the point is, everything is so doom and gloom that it's very hard. It's very hard to trust some project anymore. Like it was really people would just it was easier in 2018 or 2017. They will read the white paper and it was easier to believe the dreams and everything. But since the market has taken the toll and it's very hard now for people to stick to a project or to think that you know what's gonna happen with it. So my thoughts on Neo. So I've been tracking Neo for a while now because the thing is, well, Ethereum has been struggling with its dApps. What nobody has been talking about is how Neo has been struggling all along with its dApps and its projects. And there's two differences here. All the dApps on Ethereum, those dApps are mostly, I think all of them are independent dApps. When I say independent, I mean that those dApps are just like communities have created themselves on Ethereum blockchain. But the difference in Neo is that majority of, not majority, I think most of the Neo no projects on Neo blockchain, if you look at here, hold on, let me open it up. Okay, you open it, Neo dApps. So if you look at these projects, Moonlight, Red Pulse, NEX is not even on Neo anymore. I don't know why they're still showing it up here. They started using Ethereum a while ago, as far as I know, NEX network. Okay, all these projects, Q-Link, Neo, I don't know what that is, sorry about that. Phantasma, and all these projects have been directly or indirectly supported by Neo Global Capital. You know, so that's the Neo fund. They invest in their own projects, and as I think if all of you guys should know, or if you guys know already, that all these projects, they have not performed at all good. So in simple terms, these has been failed investments by Neo Global Capital over the time. None of these projects have taken off. Only the exception is Ontology. Ontology is the only project on Neo. In the Neo, has been the only project Ontology which has a market cap of 179 million. And if we look at Neo, Neo has itself lost a significant amount of market cap in this bear market. I think the higher, the all the time high was 180. So it's only $6, $7 right now. So more than 95% Neo has lost in the market cap. So what are we looking at Neo, and how are we looking at Neo for the future? So if you can see, before they before they I think at this around here, they they changed ant chairs to Neo, like they had the rebranding and stuff. It was around here, $7. So all the hype, all the pumps, and all the speculative money has gone by. Well, we hope so. Um, so what are we looking at Neo? So the thing is, Neo is in a very tricky situation right now. The dApps are failing. I mean, well, I shouldn't say failing. The thing is, there's no users, which is the issue for all other blockchains as well, including Ethereum. But the problem with Neo is Neo, leaving just leaving the users aside. Neo has not been like widely favored by developer community as well. There's not a lot of developer communities around Neo. There are communities, but they are not as you, like it's not easier for developers to develop on Neo as compared to Ethereum. So that's why Ethereum is the default choice for developers to build something on. So that is something which Neo has been struggling with, because they couldn't, get the developer side, the developer community on their side. So that's been the number one problem. And the other problem is obviously the issue of decentralization versus centralization. So Neo is centralized, and I think the consensus nodes. I think eight of them are. I think all of them, majority of the consensus nodes are controlled by Neo Foundation, which you can see here. Only this one is the. I think this is the Dutch. Yeah, I think KPN, and then this one, City of Zion, the developers behind the Neo wallet and all the apps user interface. So Neo has a good, well, their wallet is nice, I would say. But the problem is, as I said, there's not enough developers developing on Neo, and then it doesn't have successful apps, sorry, and then they don't have the app users. And all majority of the Neo dApps or Neo projects have been funded by Neo itself. So there hasn't been a lot of projects which solely, like, which they themselves adopted Neo blockchain and then they started building on it. So it's the issue here. So let's say the Neo is in pretty tight spot right now. They still have left with $400 million. So I won't say they're just gonna die in a month or so. But what I would say is that from this point, it's very important for Neo to, to build products to get more favored in the developer community to make Neo blockchain more accessible to developers and not too expensive. I had a blockchain developer friend. He was saying that it's very expensive to build on Neo. I don't really remember why. It's been a while since I met him. So the thing is, sorry about that. So the bottom line is, it's very important for Neo to build products from now on. From this point, it's very critical, not important. I would say it's very critical for its survival to build apps and to build products and get users. I think Neo is in a very critical space here, because the thing is, another year of bear market, and I think I wouldn't doubt if 400 million goes to 200 million or maybe 150 million. It could even go 50% down from here. 40-50% is not out of the question. And um, if you look at what Bitcoin has been doing so far, so I don't know why trading you guys do this. Okay, they want me to log in and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just stick to Neo for now. So this is how I am looking at Neo. Well, I wouldn't say that Neo doesn't have good projects like NEX. Neon Exchange has been their most hyped, and then the another one they have is NOS, Neo Operating System. So these projects. Let's just say that they're like 50%. Um, they're pretty cheap right now. If you wanna buy these, I think the the decentralized exchange, which deals with the NEX and the NOS and all other NEO tokens. So if you go over there, and I think you would find all these projects and their utility, the tokens, native tokens, they're on like sale right now. Let's just say that it's like it's like a store closing sale, like 70%, 50%, 80%, 90%. So I'm very tempted to get into NEX. I do have some of the NEX which I got from ODC trade. I'm obviously taking a loss on that right now, but uh, I want to accumulate NEX and other like NOS and maybe some of Anthology as well. And I think Neo, even Neo is pretty cheap. If you look at if Neo makes it worth in the long run. I think the if you know the gas you get, it's like a dividend on Neo. So I it is my goal to accumulate Neo and some good projects uh, uh, in Neo's ecosystem. But I think it's very important for us to see what Neo is doing. We have to watch it really closely, like how it's approaching outside the into the crypto community, because honestly speaking, Neo has not really penetrated into the crypto community. For some reason, Neo has been into its own shell, like its own bubble. It's not like getting out, because like unlike Ethereum, you see like Ethereum, and I live in Toronto, so there's a lot of meetups happening. There's a lot of people meet up here. I mean, you go to Ryerson University. The the founder guy of Jack's Wallet. I sorry, I forgot his name. Anyway, the thing is, like, there's a lot of people talk about it. Ethereum, people talk about it. People talk about Bitcoin, even on for EOS, as I've been seeing in all the meetups and all. But Neo has not been in the talks. Like there are not a lot of conversations. happening around Neo. So it's very important for Neo to integrate into the crypto community and to be more transparent in what they're doing. I personally think this is something with the, I don't know, I've seen in some projects originating from China. There's always a slight issue of transparency, like you don't really know what's happening under the, under the surface. So I think Neo needs to do that, but I think Neo is definitely on my watch list for next 5 to 6 months. And if it feels like that Neo is doing something, or like there is development going on, so I think if they come out with a product or anything, you know, to it creates some sort of a buzz or conversations, I think it's a good idea to accumulate Neo and some of its projects like NOS or Ontology or NEX. I think it will be a I think it will be great rewarding investment for the future. So guys, thanks a lot for your time today. And I don't really make YouTube videos a lot. It's very hard for me to take up time. I do stay connected with the whole what's happening in the crypto community with the projects, but it's very hard for me to commit to making videos. But I'm thinking about making weekly videos every week, and I really want to know the point of these videos is that it's not about it's nothing about making money, or there's nothing else. The only point of me making these videos is that I think I want to connect with people like me, like a like retail investors, who are how they are looking at projects from this point after all the damage we have seen in the bear market. So the purpose of this channel and this video is for me to connect with people like me and see what's going on, to share and to talk about stuff. So guys, let me know what do you think about Neo, and what do you think about my thoughts on Neo. And please like the video, leave a comment. There's no donation or anything, just let me know how the video was and what should I do it to improve it. And stay tuned, another video will be dropping by very soon. Thanks guys, have a good night, bye.